Check 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5. Let me see yours.
Testing. I just hear music.
You hear music? Do you hear me?
A little bit.
Yeah, let me turn that down.
That's better. Better.
Now?
Yes.
I can see if you can get your mic a little closer.
All right.
Let's see if that's it.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Oh, hang on. 3 3 3 3. All right, now try that.
Testing 1. Yeah.
All right,
much better.
Yeah. Okay. Good deal.
This is HBU Huskies men's basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network. Huskies basketball is brought to you by these corporate partners of HBU Athletics: Houston Federal Credit Union, Marriott Houston West Chase, the Memorial Hermann Healthcare System, Raising Cane's, Under Armour, Firehouse Subs, Pepsi, Shipley Donuts, 4 Points by Sheraton, IBEW Local 716, Jimmy John's, Kolache Factory, and Holiday Inn Express. The DNA Husky Sports Network is your home all season long for HBU Huskies men's basketball. And right now it's just about game time, so let's head out to the arena.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the Sharp Tank on the campus of Houston Baptist University. Sharp Gymnasium, the site of our game this afternoon. The final non-conference tune-up for your HBU Huskies, and it will be a game against the Dallas Christian Crusaders as the Huskies look to pick up their fourth win heading into Southland Conference play that starts next Wednesday. Hi, everybody. Welcome into the broadcast this afternoon. My name is Lonnie King, and alongside Neil Raphael, we're just about set to bring you all the play-by-play of this one here on the Husky Sports Network. And the Huskies come into this one after a few days off for the Christmas break. We hope each and every one of you had a great Christmas as well and are looking forward to the new year here in a couple of days. But the Huskies, right before the break, faced off in a couple of games against Samford and Miami. And Neil, the Huskies found out they can hold their own against ACC opponents this year. They're about to find out how they're going to hold their own against the Southland Conference, but little matter of Dallas Christian today that they don't want to overlook.
Yeah, he played real well on the road. Unfortunately, they came up short in Alabama as well as Miami, but, held the lead several times in the second half, played real well. Oliver Lynch-Daniels shot the ball exceptionally well from beyond the three, so it's a great feeling to know you can play really well against high-quality competition as well as play great on the road as well against great competition.
And this game serves kind of a twofold purpose. It does get you ready for conference that starts next week against Lamar on Wednesday night, but it also helps you shake off a little rust without having to jump right into conference play.
Yeah, no doubt that this will be a challenge. They seem to play this Dallas Christian team on a yearly basis. So you mentioned just getting a little rust off, just getting back in the gym against some competition before you start right out of the box with the Lamar Cardinals, a very good basketball team.
Yeah, they're going to be tested early. We'll talk about that as we go this afternoon, but Huskies are going up against the Crusaders today. They're 7-0 all-time against this team. Last season won by 30, 96-66, and they'll hope for something similar today. We'll talk about it with assistant coach Judd Kinney and then visit with the head coach Ron Cottrell, and that'll lead us right up to the opening tip and all the play-by-play, and it's coming up straight ahead on the Husky Sports Network.
Houston Federal Credit Union and Houston Baptist University have joined forces to put the howl back in your finances. HFCU offers several products and services such as auto loans, mortgages, and credit cards. And HFCU has a financial education program, Elevate, which is tailored to helping you increase your financial knowledge. Stop by any of our convenient locations or visit our website, www.houstonfcu.org, and experience the credit union difference today. Dogs up.
Your heart sounds good, Daddy.
Regular checkups are good for many things.
No tumors. Uh-oh. Your colon sounds funny.
But they can't detect everything. At the Memorial Hermann Wellness Institute, get a full body scan, heart scan, or virtual colonoscopy to help you find problems early enough to do something about them.
I'm glad you're okay, Daddy.
Schedule your scan today. Call 713-222-CARE. Memorial Hermann, for your whole life.
Coming to you in Living Cola.
The joy of cola. Pepsi Cola. Pepsi Cola. Jumping just in
Refreshing Pepsi Cola from the wonderful folks who put the R in cola.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios. We're back on the Huskies pregame show. It's time for our Eye on the Opponent segment, where we take a look at the opponent for today's game, and it's the Dallas Christian Crusaders going up against your Huskies. And we chat with assistant coach Judd Kinney as we get ready for the Crusaders today. And Judd, final tune-up before conference season. It's kind of hard to believe that we've already gone through the first part of this schedule, and we're just about set to get going in conference.
Yeah, it's gone by quick. You know, it's one of those things we talk to the guys about, and we try to remind ourselves how quickly the conference season gets here, and then all of a sudden you're in it, and then when it finally hits you, it kind of smacks you in the face. Like, man, are we ready? And we feel like we've done a great job of continuing to improve and work on the things we need to work on. Our guys have done a really good job of improving on what they need to improve on, and so we feel like we're ready. It's just a matter of working out the kinks of a couple of days off from Christmas in this game against a good opponent that's going to give us some different looks, and then getting ready for our next one, next Wednesday to start it off.
Well, Dallas Christian is one of these teams like Arlington Baptist, where they're stepping up a grade to play us this weekend. What kind of tune-up do you expect to get in preparation for conference today?
Well, like a lot of teams we play in our league, they have a bunch of guards who can really score the ball. They're not the biggest team that we've played, but they have a lot of interchangeable parts on the perimeter. They can go 4 guards and really spread you out with a bunch of guys who shoot the ball with a lot of confidence. They got, I think, 5 double-digit scorers on their roster. They put up a lot of points. So like a lot of teams we're going to see in our league, they're a little bit undersized at some of the guard spots, but they got guys who can really score the basketball. They got guys who make you guard them one-on-one. That's something that we've been really focusing on, is becoming a better defensive team, but specifically becoming a better on-the-ball defensive team, so we don't have to help as much, and allows us to stay out where we want to be and not have to help and recover and be in those rotations as much.
Speaking of defense, how pleased have you guys as a staff been with the progress from the start of the season to where we are now?
There's definitely been progress. We're still a really young team at some positions, and we've really had to concentrate and practice more so than probably the past few years of having to work on specific things and really put them in these guys' heads. And they've done a great job of continuing to build on what we've tried to teach them. We've gotten back to being a little bit more aggressive on the ball and being aggressive and helping each other out. And I think it's really starting to pay off. Our numbers might not show it, but we as coaches see little incremental improvements that we know, you keep chipping away. Eventually, it's going to be a beautiful sculpture underneath the rock, hopefully.
Is it more important for you to get the guys who are in the rotation a lot of quality minutes today, or to get everybody as many guys as possible involved in the game today?
I think with conference coming up on us, we really want to solidify our rotations. Obviously, we'd love to get everybody play, and in games like this, it occasionally happens. But first and foremost, we want to make sure we're clicking on all cylinders for Wednesday, because, you want to win this game, and you never want to look ahead, but at the same time, the real season starts Wednesday. So we need to do a good job of running what we need to run, defending the way we need to defend, but also making sure that we've got our rotations tightened up, our guys understand their roles, and know what they need to do come Wednesday.
Knowing you've got size advantage inside, is it critical to guard the perimeter? I guess you talked about their shooters.
Absolutely, yeah. They're going to. Our fives are going to have to guard out on the floor, and we're going to have to really guard the perimeter well. And knowing that they're going to try to take advantage of that, they're going to try to use their quickness on some of our bigger guys. And so we've worked. Even Ed and Ben and those guys, Jackson, have had to guard guards in practice this week to get us ready for this type of game and in conference. Not everybody we play has true centers and want to spread us out. So these guys, you might look at paper and say, well, they're not big, but they really do prepare us very well for conference play with the way that they can spread the ball and score it.
All right. Good luck this afternoon.
Thank you. I like that tie. Is that new for Christmas?
Not exactly, but thanks.
Looks nice.
Judd Kinney, assistant coach for the Huskies. We'll be back with the head coach, Ron Cottrell, after this on the Husky Sports Network.
Run with UA Map My Run. With your UA connected footwear, you can leave your phone behind. However, if you choose to run with it, the UA Map My Run app will give map views of your route and a deeper look at your workout with additional stats.
We are Under Armour. The future is ours.
Under Armour. I'm Robin.
And I'm Chris.
We're the brothers behind Firehouse Subs.
Back when we were firemen, when it came to food, we said it better be something good and a lot of it.
That's what you get at Firehouse Subs. Take our hook and ladder sub. Smoked turkey breasts, Virginia honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese, all steam heated and piled high on a toasted sub roll.
Our way beats their way. If you don't agree, it's free.
You're going to cover that, right?
My money's on the sub.
Love the confidence.
Firehouse Sub, founded by firemen.
Building Houston to compete on the world stage is what we do at the IBEW. It's important to us that Houston knows why we do what we do, not just what we do. Sure, we're the best electricians. We train 10,000 hours to be the best. But we get up early so Houston is built to compete. To be the best, hire the best. Skilled labor isn't cheap, and cheap labor just isn't all that skilled.
The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
4 Points by Sheraton. Always a great stay. Everything you need. Plus extras you love. All for a great rate. Over 150 hotels around the world. Travel the way you like. Check us out at 4points.com.
Hi, this is Ron Cottrell, head coach of the HBU Huskies. Thanks for listening to Huskies Basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
We're back on the Huskies pregame show, and it's time for our game day chat with the head coach, Ron Cottrell, as we get ready for the Dallas Christian Crusaders this afternoon at Sharp Gym. And, Coach, first of all, our first visit since Christmas. Hope you had a great Christmas and looking forward to a great New Year as well.
Yeah, it was great to have a few days off and let the guys go home and spend some time with their families and just kind of get away and regroup and re-energize for what's coming very quickly. And then we've been back to work for the last few days, but had a great break and excited about being back on the court today.
Well, what's coming up quickly is the conference season. After this one today, we jump right into the middle of it next week. How difficult is it going to be to balance focusing on the opponent right here today and looking ahead to what's lying ahead for you in conference?
Well, we spent a lot of time since coming back really just on ourselves and trying to get ourselves right and worrying about what we need to do to become a better ball club on both ends of the floor, and really haven't spent a whole lot of time worrying about who the particular opponent is, although we've watched film with the guys the last couple of days and kind of gone over personnel and things like that for the game today. But really it's about, this is a time of year where you really want to get yourself kind of in line and get really things that you want to have in your arsenal offensively and defensively and then you start preparing for opponents game by game after that.
Well, what are some of the areas that you're looking to improve in?
Number one is containing the ball defensively. We've had a hard time just keeping the ball from getting into the paint, just doing a good job of guarding one-on-one and making sure that we don't let guys get easy drives to the basket. That's been a big focus for us, guarding the three-point line, making sure we're closing out with high hands and making people have to shoot over the top of us and doing a good job of getting out there and not playing soft on three-point shots, and that'll be a challenge for us today as well. And then we want to be a consistent rebounding team. We've been up and down in that. We've had some really good games so far this year, but we've had some games where we should have done a lot more. And then we want to create tempo offensively. We want to make sure that we're playing at the tempo we want to play at, and we're not getting lax in our tempo. That we don't want to walk the ball up too much, and we want to be able to get out and use our athletes and use our guys' depth and things that we do really well as a team.
On the flip side of that coin, are there some things you've seen early this year that have pleased you that you think you could make more use of?
Well, as I said, at times I thought our rebounding has been good. I thought we've done a good job at times so far this year. And I think at times we've done a good job of pushing the ball. I think we've really gotten out and ran and done some things at times that we wanted to. I think our execution offensively has been pretty good so far. We need to get better. But, we've shown flashes of doing some really good things. And our scramble defense has been good. good. I think our guys understand kind of how to scramble out of situations and cover for each other. I think we share the ball pretty well. I think our guys do a good job of finding each other when they're open, not forcing shots, things like that.
Well, looking at this one today, Dallas Christian, another one of these NCCAA teams that are stepping up a grade for them to come here to play us this afternoon. What do you expect to see from these opponents?
Very guard-oriented. This is going to be, and I talked to our bigs about it today, we've got to do a good job of being able to guard guards out on the floor with our big guys without getting in foul trouble. They've got to be able to move their feet and keep them in front of them, and our guards have to be aware of when we have one of our guys out on the floor with one of their smaller players and try to help and hedge towards them and give them some support out on the perimeter. So this is a team that, from a guard point of view, they really have guys up and down the lineup who are very, very skilled with the ball, shoot the ball. I think they shoot 35 threes a game on average. So we're going to have to guard the three-point line. And so, it's a challenge for us just because of matchup issues that we have to deal with on both ends of the floor. Now, they have to match up with our bigs as well. And so that's, to our advantage, we hope. But we've got to take advantage of spots where we have distinct advantages.
This time of year, as we do look ahead to conference, how difficult is it, or what kind of a challenge is it to balance focusing on the opponent today and looking ahead to what's coming up starting next week?
I try to, as the head coach, really look at the next game and really focus in on what we have to do to try to be successful in the game that's coming up. The assistants look ahead a little bit. They're able to kind of spend some time in getting prepared with scouts and stuff like that to go a game or two ahead and spend some time looking at what we've got coming down the road so they can then come to me and say, all right, coach, we're gonna need to be working on this or this or this, coming up for our opponents, down the road. But my mind stays on the next game. And I think I have to do that with our guys to kind of keep them focused in on the present and what's coming right in front of us, and then let the assistants kind of do the background work and kind of get us ready ahead of time for what's coming in the next week or week and a half.
Well, a couple here at Sharp Gym for the next few days. It'll be nice to go into conference with a win under your belt.
Yeah, we've got, Wednesday, Saturday routine now. We get in this Wednesday, Saturday routine from here on out pretty much. And so you kind of know what your week looks like week to week. And we're excited about having an afternoon game today and get hopefully our guys coming out playing well, get some of that rust knocked off from the break and get ourselves ready for Wednesday's game as well.
Go get them. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Ron Cottrell, the head coach of the Huskies, will take a timeout and come back with starting lineups and then all the play-by-play right here on the Husky Sports Network.
Box combo with the lemonade, please.
At Raising Cane's, we do one thing, and we do it better than anyone else. So why not let our food do the talking? We hand-cut our lemons daily. They're fresh squeezed and mixed with 100% natural cane sugar. Love in the window. Raising Cane's, only the best chicken finger meals. One love.
At Shipley Donuts, we make our donuts from scratch every single day. Nothing trucked in, frozen. And we are Texas born and raised since 1936. Not like those other guys. Shipley Donuts.
Anyone can get you ready. Holiday Inn Express gets you the readiest because ready gives a pep talk. Showtime. But the readiest gives a pep rally.
Holiday Inn Express. Be the readiest.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
And welcome back into Sharp Gym here on the campus of HBU. Just about set to go with this afternoon's opening tip. Here are the starting lineups for this game. First of all, for Dallas Christian, they sent out a 6'1 senior at guard, Hunter Bennett. He'll be joined by a 5'10 senior from Dallas, Chance Houston. Devin Cubitt is a 5'8 freshman from Oklahoma City. He will join them in the starting lineup, along with DeAndre Fuller, a 6'4 sophomore from Redding, California. Rounding out the starting five, a 6'2 freshman from Corpus Christi, Vincent Escamilla. For your Huskies in the middle, Ed Hart will jump center this afternoon. On the wings, it'll be Philip McKenzie and Ian DuBose, the sophomores. And then in the backcourt, Oliver Lynch Daniels at the 2 guard, and back at the point for the first time in 5 games. Starting this one is Braxton Bonds. He takes the tip from Ed Hart, and the Huskies have it, and we're underway. Hart out top will go left side to Bonds. Bonds gave way to Stephen Osuji for a few games in the starting lineup, but Brack's back out there this afternoon. Gets it to DeBose, right side angle. He'll drive in, float it up, off the iron, won't go. Rebound tipped right back to him, and he'll go off the glass for the first 2 points of the ball game.
Yeah, Braxton had a great game against this Dallas Christian team last year with 15 points. So maybe they're thinking, hey, big game for Braxton Bonds.
Back up the floor. It's Houston with the basketball. Dribbles, kicks it out on the wing to Bennett, and Bennett will drain it from the corner. Check it, that's Cubitt, Devin Cubitt, who hits the 3, and he gives Dallas Christian their first lead of the ball game. Well, these guys like to shoot from the perimeter, and Ollie Lynch-Daniels with a quick answer puts the Huskies right back up.
That's what Coach Cottrell was talking about, that instant offense, those quick shots.
Back up the floor, it's Houston. He's going to fire a 3, misses everything, and it bounces out of bounds. It'll be Huskies basketball. These guys won't hesitate to shoot.
No, he basically crossed half court and was ready to look for a shot there.
Little James Harden in him. McKenzie with the basketball for the Huskies. He drives in. Little Euro step, speaking of Harden, and he tried to go up with it. Comes off the iron. Rebound comes out to Dallas Christian. The Crusaders up ahead, and Bennett into the paint. Floats it up. Off the iron. Won't go. And Bonds with the board for the Huskies. Back the other way. Leave it for DuBose. Left side. Drive it in. Off the window and down through. For 2. Ian with 4. The Huskies up 6-3. 18-18 to go. Here's a reach in by Bonds as Bennett tried to go inside. Actually, they're going to give it to McKenzie.
A very fast-paced game thus far.
McKenzie picks up the first foul of the ball game on either side. And it'll be out of bounds near side for Dallas Christian. Houston with the basketball. He'll yo-yo out, right side angle. Picked up by DuBose. Kick it down low to Fuller. Fuller tries to go up with a baseline jumper. Won't go. The rebound tipped and controlled by Oliver Lynch-Daniels. Up ahead with the outlet to McKenzie. He'll hold it up, float it into the middle to Hart, and Hart is going to be fouled by Fuller. And that'll be the first foul on Dallas Christian this afternoon. Well, you're going to have a size advantage all day.
Yeah, no
today.
doubt. Ed did a good job of stepping out on Fuller there. Didn't step all the way out because of the quickness. Good job by Ed Hart on the perimeter.
DuBose into the paint, kick it out on the wing. Ollie for a 3, got it. Lynch-Daniels with the first long-distance dial-up for the Huskies this afternoon. That's a good sign for Ollie to get off to a quick start here. Cubitt has a basketball. He's picked up by Bonds, way out top, right side. He's going to drive through, has it tipped and stripped. Outlet from McKenzie up ahead to Bonds, and he'll jam it down through. Bonds knocked it away. McKenzie got the ball and set him up for a nice, easy run out. And the Huskies are up 11-3. Houston up the floor, air ball, and it's picked off by Bonds. Hurry up, back the other way. Leave it for DuBose. He'll drive in, float it up for 2, and he's got 6. And we've got a timeout on the floor called by Dallas Christian. 16:56 to go. It'll be a coach's timeout, a 30-second timeout. We'll hang on to it right here, but Neil, this is exactly the start the Huskies wanted.
Yeah, they're forcing Dallas Christian to turn the ball over, and they're taking advantage of every opportunity thus far. Nice pace, nice numbers in transition for the Huskies.
And sometimes I know the coaches were a little bit concerned about what kind of a rust factor there might be when you get a few days off, and especially around the holidays where you kind of take your mind off of basketball maybe for at least a day or two. There's always that wonder about how the guys are going to come back and how ready they're going to be to play, and it looks like they're ready to go today.
Well, they're playing hard on the defensive end. I know Coach Cottrell is excited about that thus far.
Fuller will bring it up the floor, across the timeline, out of the timeout, and he's going to put up a 3, and he is effectively their big guy. That's not very big. He's 6'4", but he's going to fire it up from the perimeter. There's a whistle back on the other end.
And all 6 points have come from beyond the arc for Dallas Christian.
And, you know, the coaches talked about the challenges for the bigs today was going to be on the defensive end because they'd have to step out to guard their guys. Hard with the easy layup off the feed. And it's 15-6, Huskies by 9.
And that's the thing. Do you step out to guard or do you sag a little bit and play the drive? And
there's a drive by Bennett, and he gets it to go. Nice little move from the right side. It's 15-8. Bennett with his first points of the ball game.
Zone defense for Dallas Christian.
Bonds to the baseline. He goes up with the left hand, up and under and off the window. And Braxton on the board. He's got 4 now, and the Huskies are back up by 9, 17-8. Had a 10-point lead, 13-3 just a moment ago. His baseline jumper from Cubitt. His shot won't go. Rebound tipped right back to him. Leave it off for Fuller. Into the corner. Escamilla is going to fire a 3, and it's off the mark. And this time McKenzie clears for the Huskies. Off to Bonds. Bonds to DeBose. Into the paint. To Hart. A little turnaround, and he lays it in for 2.
Easy lay in. I'd like to see Ed slam that one down.
Got the defender on his hip, and it's an 11-point lead now. This is the largest lead of the game for the Huskies to this point. Into the corner, Cubitt rims out a 3. Shot won't go, and DuBose is going to be bumped on the way back up the floor by Chance Houston. Houston, the senior from Dallas. And that'll stop the clock with 15-16 to go. Brings us to our first media timeout of the afternoon, and we will take the break here on the Husky Sports Network. 19-8, Huskies with the lead.
It would be great if human beings were great at being human. And if all of mankind were made up of kind women and kind men. It would be wonderful if common knowledge was knowledge commonly known. And if the light from being enlightened into every heart was shown. It would be glorious if neighbors were neighborly and indifference a forgotten word. It would be awesome if we shared everything, and being greedy was absurd. It would be spectacular if the golden rule was golden to every man. And the good things that we ever did was everything that we can.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
Marriott Houston West Chase, a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Well, here's a number you like to see if you're an HBU fan. 9 of 11 from the floor so far for the Huskies. 81% early on here. You'll take that all game.
Oh, yeah.
Huskies with the basketball out of the timeout. 15-10 to go in the first half. Lynch Daniels right side to DeBose. Drives in, leaves it cross court for Bonds. Feed it inside to McKenzie. Turn around in the paint, won't go. He gets his own rebound, but we've got a whistle on the first shot, and that's going to be Fuller picking up his second foul.
Well, and offensively right now, Huskies doing a great job of pounding the ball inside with their height advantage against that zone.
McKenzie to the free throw line, and he will get the first one to go. Huskies have shot the ball better the last couple of games from the line. Free throws helped keep them in that game against Miami. They lost that one by just 7. Beat Wake Forest, lost by 7 to Miami. They played fairly well against ACC teams this year. Let's hope that translates well for conference season. Second free throw is no good. 1 out of 2 for Phil. Here's a jumper from Bennett. Won't go, and the rebound cleared by Hart. Off to DeBose, and they're on the run again. Bounce pass to McKenzie. Drive it and slam it down with the right hand.
Again, great transition, spacing, and numbers for the Huskies.
Fuller back the other way. Leave it out top, and we've got a walk. That's going to be McGuire Bailey, who's checked in for the first time. Bailey and also Max Walter. Now, they've only got 7 guys that we're going to see in uniform today. And so it's going to be a battle of attrition maybe for Dallas Christian this afternoon. Pass inside intended for DuBose and knocked out of bounds by Dallas Christian. Huskies basketball on the baseline, 14:21 to go. And a 22-8 lead. They get it in the paint to Ed, and he's going to be bumped, and that's going to be the third on Fuller. And we're talking about the shortage on the bench. That, especially if they get into foul trouble, that's going to be a huge problem. Joe Wilbert, our lead official this afternoon. He's joined by Christian Watson and Chase Vaden.
Ed Hart only 51% from the stripe this season. Got to get it going before conference here.
Missed them both, but rebounded by McKenzie, and he throws it away. Houston's going to run it out and keeps Bonds on his hip. Nice move, and he gets it up and in for two. 22-10, Huskies by a dozen. Ollie Lynch Daniels feeds it to Braxton Bonds. Kick it out to DeBose. DeBose will back it out, looking for a high screen from Hart. Drives in, kick it down on the baseline. Good no-look pass to McKenzie. Counted, and he's fouled. And Phil will get the +1 opportunity.
Yeah, nice angled no-look pass from DeBose to McKenzie, and it's the line for two shots. That was a laser.
McGuire Bailey picks up the foul, and McKenzie gets the free throw to go. He will check out after making that one. Phil's got 6 now, and Jackson Stent will check in for him. First Husky sub of the afternoon. And the Crusaders bring it up. Houston, cross-court pass, leaves it for Bailey. A 3, rattles it down through, and they will shoot it up.
9 of their 13 coming from beyond the arc.
Here's a steal down low. Bennett, and has his pocket picked, but DuBose reached across, and they're going to say he fouled to get at the basketball. That's the first foul on Ian and the second as a team on the Huskies. Bennett will go to the far sideline to inbound it, and he'll lob it into the backcourt to Houston. He'll walk it back across the stripe with Ian DuBose on him. Takes it to the middle inside the arc. Now he backs out. Huskies with some tight man-to-man defense trying to deny any passes here, but Houston's going to drive through, and he scoops it up and in for 2.
Change of speed.
10-point lead for the Huskies. Here's a runner put up by Bonds. Can't get it to go, but Hart with the rebound, and he's going to be fouled. And that may be Escamilla's second. It is. I'll check it. That's his first.
That's first.
So 7 fouls already now on Dallas Christian. And Ed Hart gets the first free throw to go.
Much better looking shot that time by Ed. A little elevation on it.
Jalen Gates is checked in for the Huskies. Ollie Lynch Daniel will get a breather. Hart makes the second free throw, and he will check out, and Ben Yoloko will check in for him.
Yeah, see if Yoloko can get some minutes here. They're going to need him in conference play.
Yeah, absolutely. Up the floor, Houston stops as he gets across the timeline. Bonds looks right into his chest. Ian DuBose tried to cut off the passing lane, tips it out of bounds instead. Pass was intended for Houston, and Ian got in the way, knocks it out of bounds. Inbound they come to Walter, baseline jumper, and he fires it up and gets it to go.
No hesitation there.
Max Walter, a freshman from Denver. It's his first points of the ball game. 27-18, Huskies by 9. Jalen Gates, speaking of no hesitation to shoot. Bonds in through the traffic, and he'll float it up for 2. Braxton off to a quick start himself with 6 points here this afternoon. Back up to a double-digit advantage. Houston up the floor. Going to pull up, pop, long distance, and it goes.
Man.
It's great to be young and fearless, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Here's Jalen Gates. They're going to say he walked.
Yeah.
Got it to go. No surprise that Jalen got the shot to go. And Coach Cottrell is saying, don't look back, Jalen. You did walk on that one. But it brings us to a timeout with 11:59 to go. We've got a stoppage in play. The Huskies up by 8, 29-21 on the Husky Sports Network.
What's on your mind, kid? Make it fast.
I'd like to work here at Jimmy John's, world's greatest gourmet sandwich shop, sir.
Why do you want to work at Jim John's, kid?
I'm perfect for Jimmy John's.
Doing what?
Delivery.
Delivery?
Delivery.
We deliver pretty fast here at Jim John's.
That's what I heard.
What'd you hear?
You deliver pretty fast here at Jimmy John's.
Then you heard right.
I'm a fast study, sir.
You know the Jim John's slogan?
The Jimmy John's slogan?
Jim John's slogan is sub so fast you'll freak.
Sub so fast you'll freak is a swell slogan, sir.
When people call for a Jimmy John's sandwich, they want it fast.
Then I'm your man, sir.
How so?
Because I'm fast.
Fast at what?
Fast at everything.
Can you deliver fast?
I can deliver fast.
How fast?
I can run a 440 in 220.
Minutes?
No seconds.
That's fast. You deliver before?
I delivered newspapers before.
Were you fast?
Very fast.
How fast?
People got tomorrow's paper today.
That's fast.
So do I have the job?
Not so fast. How do I know you're not just some fast talker?
I can get your references.
When?
Now.
These are good references.
Thank you.
But at Jimmy John's, you gotta be more than fast.
More than fast?
You gotta be polite.
Fast and polite.
Fast and polite.
I can do fast and polite.
Okay, give me some time to think it over.
Okay.
Okay, I've thought it over. When can you start?
Now.
Now's good. What's your name, kid?
Stefan Avalopoulos.
Too long. How about Ed?
Ed's fine.
Welcome aboard, Ed.
Jimmy John's Subs, an official sponsor of HBU Athletics.
Hi, I'm Ron Cottrell. Thanks for listening to HBU Basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
Huskies are out to a great shooting start, still up at the 75% mark, 12 of 16. However, Dallas Christian has held their own. They're 8 for 16 from the floor, including 5 of 7 from outside the arc.
Weren't those Oliver Daniel Lynch numbers from Miami? 5 of 7 for the game.
Here's Houston on the drive. He's going to float it up off the window. Won't go. The rebound tipped around, and Houston's going to come out of the pack with it. Feeds it off to Escamilla for a three, and they're back to within 5, 29-24. That's now 6 of 8 from outside the arc, and we knew this was coming. Here's a pass inside to Uloko. Good feed from DeVos to Ben, and he stops the bleeding momentarily. The Huskies back up by 7. Walter to Escamilla. Swing it out to Bailey, and he walks, trying to feed a pass to Bennett, and it'll be Huskies ball.
I think you've got to get both feet above that three-point arc, Lonnie, and you've got to force him to utilize your help inside the paint there, because they're tearing it up so far.
Back the other way, we're going to get a foul called on Bailey.
I know we have a 7-point lead, but a little scary how well they're shooting the ball.
Yeah. He into the line for a pair of free throws here. And the first one will rattle off.
73% on the season for Ian.
Gets the second one to go. Leads back up to 8, 32-24. Huskies stay in the man-to-man defense. Out top, Bennett talking to his teammates. He's driving it in. He's going to put up a shot himself. The rebound tipped away by Uloko, saved in the corner by Dallas Christian. Kick it back out to Houston for a three, and he drains it.
And at some point, you have to say, hey, you give them those, right? I mean, they're so far out.
Right.
And it's, man.
They can't keep hitting 75% of those all game long.
No.
Here is Gates for a three. Won't go. Rebound to Uloko. Leave it. Tried a no-look pass on the baseline to Jackson Stent. A little tall and a little quick, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Dallas Christian basketball. 32-27. Stephen Osuji will check in. Braxton Bonds will get his first breather of the afternoon.
Yeah, Uloko was so deep into the paint at that point. You expect him to go ahead and put that one up.
Houston with the basketball, dribbles to the middle, float up a three, off the mark, hits a window and nothing else, and Osuji with the rebound. Long outlet, tipped away and almost stolen by Houston. He goes into the bench, though. Looks like he's okay. It'll be Huskies basketball across the way. Jordan Strom, the head coach at Dallas Christian, in his second season at the helm of the program. Had a good year last year, took them to the NCCAA National Tournament. They finished 5th in the nation. struggling start this year, 2 and 8 out of the gate. There's a foul on Chance Houston. That is his second. Number 9 as a team. They're starting to get some guys. Normally you don't think of 2 fouls as huge foul trouble, but when you've just got 2 guys on the bench.
Yeah, it's a factor.
You got to. Ty Dalton, he's going to check in for Ian DeBose. Ian will get a breather here. We expect the Huskies to be able to go a little deeper into the bench today and get some of these guys some work this afternoon. Ty has seen a few more minutes on the floor the last couple of games. Sophomore transfer, Second Baptist High School product. Jalen Gates at the line with 10 minutes exactly to go, and he gets the free throw to go. And the lead's back up to 7, 34-27. Suji picks up Bennett as he comes across. Leave it for Escamilla. Starts right, back to the left, get in the corner to Bennett. Uloko on him. He's going to float up a 3, short, and Ben chases down the rebound. Off to Gates, and they're on the run. Jalen sets up right side, cross court to Dalton. Thought about a 3, going to drive in instead, take it in and lay it off the glass. So Dalton on the board this afternoon for the first time. Huskies take the lead back up to 9.
Yeah, with 7 healthy bodies, you really have to be in some phenomenal physical condition.
Yeah. Here is Bennett that's Houston trying to drive inside, and we're going to get a whistle. Tripping. Dalton picks up the foul. That'll be the 3rd on the Huskies.
Enter the game for the Crusaders, number 20.
Walters will check back in. Escamilla will check out. Gets it into Bailey. Bailey to Bennett. Bennett cross court to Cubitt. Cubitt finds Houston into the corner, left side 3, and that's Bailey who got the 3, and it's back to a 6-point game. He's got 6 now. The Huskies just unable so far to shake these guys. Here's a 3 from Jalen Gates. Rims out, won't stay down. And Bailey with the board. Up the floor, he gets it out top to Bennett.
They do a nice job of spreading their offense out to the corners, and man,
they're only going to get 1 look, but so far they haven't needed more than 1 on a lot of these possessions. The 3 cuts it back down to 3, 36-33. That's 9 now for Bailey off the bench, and here's a whistle, a foul as Dalton tries to drive inside. It's going to be on Houston, and that is already his 3rd. So now they've got Fuller on the bench with 3 and Houston on the floor with 3 already, and we've still got 8 minutes to go in the first half of play.
They have to keep playing musical chairs.
They may send the officials back out in the second half without whistles.
Your turn, please, in the game for your Huskies. Number 2, Philip McKenzie, and number 23, Lynch Daniels.
Lynch Daniels and McKenzie check back in for the Huskies. Jackson Stent, Jay Gates head to the bench. Second free throw by Dalton is no good, but the rebound is run down by Ollie. Leave it out top for Uloko, and he's going to drive in. And that's going to be an offensive foul called on Ben. I didn't see who that was that took the charge for Dallas Christian, but Ben got up ahead of steam, and he was going to go to the rack no matter what.
I thought it was Bennett.
I think you're right. Here's Houston. He's going to be called for a walk as he tried to do a little skip step into the mark, and it won't go, and the turnover will give it back to the Huskies. We've got 7:52 to go. Brings us to a timeout. Lead is down to 3 for HBU, 36-33. We'll be back with more on the Husky Sports Network.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So, yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group. So.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here, and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast in a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics. You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
(36-33) as we come back to Sharp Gym. Dallas Christian still shooting very well. 12 of 24 overall. 9 of 13 from outside the arc. Just under 70% from three-point land. Huskies with the basketball. Lance Daniels feeds it into Osuji, a little 10-footer in the blue, and he got it to go down through. Steven with his first points of the ball game.
Nice ball movement that time by the Huskies. They work the inside.
Cubitt up the floor, going to drive in. Tipped away by Dalton, and Cubitt tried to retrieve it and knocked it on the baseline out of bounds over to the Huskies. 7:23 to go. Houston will sit down. Walters back out there along with Bennett. Here's Dalton to the baseline. He's going to be bumped, and this may be the third foul on McGuire Bailey. 38-33, and Dalton will go back to the free throw line for his second visit today. Missed both free throws his first time up, and this one rolls off. Yoloko will sit down. Ed Hart back out on the floor for the Huskies. And Ty finally gets a free throw to go. His first point of the ball game. Or check it, his first free throw of the ball game. He's got 3 points now. Huskies lead is 6. Down to the 7-minute mark. As Cubitt dribbles out top, leave it for Bennett. Right side angle, picked up by Osuji. Drives in, though, puts it up, and it'll go, and he's fouled. They might have gotten Ed for that one. No, it's going to be on Osuji.
The Huskies doing a better job of guarding out away from the basket. A little full court pressure, and then some man-to-man way beyond the arc. Hopefully that's going to pay some dividends and cool off this Dallas Christian team.
39-36 as he makes the free throw, and a runner in the paint, and there's going to be
another foul.
And it's going to be on Walter.
The first personal.
So he felt like he needed to get on the board with a foul. Cubitt is the only guy on their roster to this point who does not have a foul yet. They've got 3 guys with 3 already. Hart gets the second free throw to go. He got 1 out of 2 at the line that time, and the Huskies are back up by 4. Some full court pressure now as Dallas Christian gets it up the floor. Cubitt will bring it across the stripe, picked up by Lynch Daniels. Leave it for Bailey, and we're going to get a foul. It's going to be on Ali. His first. That's still just the 6th as a team on the Huskies. So next foul puts the Crusaders in the bonus for the rest of the way. 6:41 to go in the first half. They'll inbound it here. Bennett starts left, back to his right, stops at the elbow, to the baseline, gets it to Escamilla. Off the glass, nothing there. And the rebound to DeBose. Ian on the run. He's going to be fouled, and that is going to be on Bennett, I believe. No, let's see who they call. Escamilla.
Sure, yeah.
Second personal foul. Ian DeBose at the line, shooting 2.
So Ian will go back to the free throw line. Dallas Christian may wind up having to see if any of the coaches have any eligibility left. Cubitt will check out, and checking back in is Chance Houston. 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. There's a steal by Lynch Daniels down in the low blocks to Braxton Bonds, and he puts a little reverse English on it and gets it to go. And now here's a pass tipped away by Ian DeBose. Ian is saying, I didn't touch the ball. Christian Watson says, well, I think he did.
HBU going to continue with the full court pressure.
I think a lot of this is as much to prepare for Lamar as this opponent here today.
Sure.
There's a tip out of bounds. Bonds trying to intercept the pass, knocks it away. 20 on the shot clock. 6 minutes exactly to go in the first half. Inbounded in the corner to Walter. Almost dribbled on the sideline, but he gets it to Bennett. Bennett picked up by Bonds, and he'll be bumped. And we've got an offensive foul going to be called on Bennett. That'll be his second. No, check it. It's going to be on Escamilla.
Yeah.
That is his third. And now they've got 4 guys with 3 fouls. And 25 minutes of ball game left to go. Basically 26 minutes. Here's DeBose. And you saw the guys clearly let him get through. They didn't want to pick up a foul there, and he got an easy look inside. Here's Houston. Has it stolen away. McKenzie down to DeBose, and he drops it down through with the two-handed jam.
Yeah, the full court pressure paying dividend for HBU.
Back to it again, double team, and McKenzie has it go out of bounds, and it's off of Cubitt. It'll be Huskies basketball. Get it inbounds. DeBose can't get a handle on it. Now Ollie struggles to control it, but he saves it and brings it back out top. Plenty of shot clock left. Feed it down low, Ed Hart rolls it up, won't go. McKenzie with the follow, won't go. Tipped up again. A fourth look coming up for the Huskies. McKenzie to Hart. New shot clock, so he gets it out top, and DeBose says, let's slow it down. Back into the paint to Hart, and he loses control out of bounds.
Yeah, he put it on the floor.
So it'll be Dallas Christian basketball. And Bennett and Houston will get it across the timeline against the pressure. Houston will fire up at 3. It'll rattle, take a high hop, and drop down through. 47-39. Back to a single-digit deficit for the Crusaders. Bonds in the left corner, thought a 3, but he'll give it off to DeBose, and Ian drives in and puts up a little line drive jumper from 12 and gets it to drop down through, and it's back up to a 10-point game.
Split 2 defenders. Nice job by DeBose.
Ian already with 14 here in the first half. Here's a pass into the corner, and it's off the fingertips of Houston. It'll be out of bounds back to the Huskies with 4:10 to go. DeBose, right side, out top to Bonds. Bonds to Lynch Daniels, fire at 3, off the mark. Rebound loose on the floor. Ian tries to bounce it off of Walters, but it's saved by Bennett, and now Ian's going to be charged with a foul.
I think that'll be a second.
And it'll stop the clock with 3:54 as well. Brings us to our final media timeout of the first half. Just under 4 minutes to go. The Huskies with a 10-point lead here on the Husky Sports Network.
You can always count on Houston Federal Credit Union to be there for you, because once a member, always a member. Take advantage of all their products and services to help you in all your financial milestones, such as purchasing your first car, planning your dream wedding, buying a home, and planning for retirement. Stop by any of their convenient locations or visit their website, www.houstonfcu.org, and experience the credit union difference today. Dogs up.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence. I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication. Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Under Armour.
Hi, this is Ron Cottrell, head coach of the HBU Huskies. Thanks for listening to Huskies basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
3 minutes, 54 seconds to go. We talked a lot about Dallas Christian shooting here in the first half. The Huskies are not slouching at all. They're at 68%, 19 of 28, just 1 of 4 from outside the arc, but they haven't really needed that outside game today. First free throw from Hunter Bennett is good. He's 2 for 2 at the line this afternoon. It's 49-40.
Yeah, the full court pressure is providing some dividends. 10 turnovers now in the first half for Dallas Christian.
Second free throw is good as well. It's an 8-point advantage for HBU as they bring it up the floor. DuBose to Bonds. They play on the right side. Looks inside, but he kicks it left. Angle to Oliver Lynch-Daniels. Drives down, floated up from the baseline. Shot won't go. Rebound tipped and controlled by McKenzie, and he scoops it up and in for 2. Chased the ball again in the backcourt, but Crusaders get it across into the hands of Bennett. Yo-yo, right side on Lynch-Daniels. Going to fire it up just inside the arc, and he got it to go. An acrobatic shot. Nice move. And it's back to an 8-point game.
Is that actually a 2?
Yeah, you ought to give him 3 just for the effort.
Sure.
Here's DuBose out on the wing to Bonds. Into Hart, and he kicks it back out top. You want to go to Ed in the paint, but swing it right side to Lynch-Daniels instead. Leave it back out on the wing. A 3 from DuBose won't go, but the long rebound controlled by Ollie. He's going to put up a set shot, and it won't go, but McKenzie with another follow. And he's cleaning glass today, and he's got 10. And here's a runner put up, won't go, and the rebound cleared by the Huskies. Bonds back the other way. He'll hold it up now, set it up to DuBose. Left corner, 3. Got it. Ian with 16 now. Check it, 17, and the lead is up to 13 for the Huskies as we head down toward the 2-minute mark. Cubitt drives in, can't get the runner to go. Rebound tipped out to Walters, though, and he gets the 3. Max Walter is now 2 of 2 from outside the arc. He's got 6 points.
11 of 15 from downtown for Dallas Christian in the first half.
And that's what's keeping them even within range.
Sure.
Here. And a 3 put up by the Huskies. That's Oliver Lynch-Daniels with his second. And he's got 8 now. A tip from behind and stolen away. McKenzie gets it off to DuBose, and he'll take it in for the layup. Lead is up to 15 now. Matches the biggest lead of the ball game. 61-46. Minute and a half to go. Bennett to Houston. He'll hold it up way out top. Back to Bennett. Left of center. Way out beyond the arc. Huskies will switch, and Lynch-Daniels will come out to pick up the ball. Bennett going to drive by, kick it in the corner. Walters for a 3. Won't go at the buzzer of the shot clock. And the rebound cleared by the Huskies. Down to 60 seconds to go. Here's a no-look pass on the baseline to McKenzie, and it goes down through. McKenzie with a dozen already in this game, and the Huskies are up by 17, the largest lead of the first half. .42 seconds to go. Houston will pull up. He'll fire at 3. Huskies kind of backed off that time, and He will not hesitate. Houston now has 16 points. Huskies got a 5-second differential from shot clock to game clock. They're going to hold it out top. Bonds and DuBose kick it in the corner to Lynch Daniel, left open for a three, and Ollie wide open. And Lynch Daniels now with 11. Here is almost a steal. Runner put up, and it won't go at the buzzer, and the Huskies will take a 66-49 lead into the locker room at the half. Well, they're on a record-setting pace here this afternoon. If they keep up this pace of scoring, we'll see how it goes in the second half, but stick with us. Coming up straight ahead, the Huskies halftime report on the Husky Sports Network.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Chris.
We're the brothers behind Firehouse Subs. The last thing anyone needed was another sub shop.
They needed a better one.
We built Firehouse Subs on quality and quantity.
And I'm the quality.
Why my quantity?
Are you kidding?
Try our hook and ladder sub.
Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese.
Yeah, all served steaming hot on a toasted sub roll. Our way beats their way. If you don't agree,
it's free.
On him.
It's on him.
Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's so nimble and fluid, but sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our renowned Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Tammy and I have been going steady since high school.
Tammy and Tommy, two peas in a pod, as they say.
We have all the same friends. We like all the same things. I mean, we practically even have the same name.
But there's one thing we could just never agree on.
Soda.
I have been begging him all these years to just try Pepsi, and I knew he would change his tune.
Yeah.
So, finally, I had him take the Pepsi Taste Challenge. And go on, tell him what you told me, Tommy.
I'm a Pepsi man.
Right? Gosh, isn't Pepsi so good?
I tell you what, I don't know why I didn't try it sooner.
Me neither.
It's so crisp and refreshing and bubbly.
Like me.
Like you.
I'm always right.
She's always right.
All across the South, people are choosing the great taste of Pepsi. Take the Pepsi Taste Challenge and let your taste decide.
It would be great if human beings were great at being human. And if all of mankind were made up of kind women and kind men. It would be wonderful if common knowledge was knowledge commonly known. And if the light from being enlightened into every heart was shown. It would be glorious if neighbors were neighborly, and indifference a forgotten word. It would be awesome if we shared everything, and being greedy was absurd. It would be spectacular if the golden rule was golden to every man, and the good things that we ever did was everything that we can.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
Marriott Houston West Chase, a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
Do you know how fast you were going, son?
Call me Ed.
Do you know how fast you were going, Ed?
You mean exactly?
Yes, exactly.
No, not exactly. How fast?
Fast.
Faster?
You were going very fast.
Fast is my job, officer.
Fast is your job?
Yes, sir.
What kind of job?
I deliver, sir.
What do you deliver?
The world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
I thought Jimmy John's had the world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
Jimmy John's does have the world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
So you deliver for Jimmy John's?
I deliver for Jimmy John's.
So do you always deliver fast?
I always deliver fast.
How fast?
I deliver sub so fast you freak.
It's not smart to freak a cop, son.
You didn't order Jimmy John's sub, sir.
So if I did order a Jimmy John's sub, when would I get it?
Now.
What if I don't want it now?
Then call later.
Or I could pick it up myself.
Or you can pick it up yourself.
Because I'm pretty fast, too.
I'm sure you are, sir.
Very fast.
I believe you, sir.
Faster than you.
No way, sir.
Way faster.
In your dreams.
You dissing me, son?
No, sir, I'm polite.
Fast and polite?
Very polite and very, very fast.
Is that a challenge, son?
No, sir, it's a fact.
Let's burn rubber, kid.
It wouldn't be fair.
Why not?
You've got a fully blown V8 Camaro with slicks and headers.
So?
I've got a 10-speed bike.
I'll let you off with a warning.
Jimmy John's Subs, an official sponsor of HBU Athletics.
What's it mean for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 716, to send someone to your job site? It means electricians that pass basic trigonometry, calculus, or algebra are sent to your job site. It means electricians familiar with OSHA compliance are sent to your job site. It means IBW electricians made a conscious decision to improve their life and the lives of others. What does it mean? It means everything. To be the best, hire the best.
The time is now to hire IBEW.
At Shipley Donuts, we make our donuts from scratch every single day. Nothing trucked in, frozen. And we are Texas born and raised since 1936. Not like those other guys. Shipley Donuts.
At Holiday Inn Express, we can't guarantee that you'll be able to contain yourself at our breakfast bar.
Morning, egg white omelet. Sup, lady bacon. Fruit. There it is.
But we can guarantee that you'll get the best price when you book with us.
Holiday Inn Express. Be the readiest.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group. So.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here, and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
This is Ron Cottrell. You're listening to Huskies basketball on the DNA Huskies Sports Network.
And we welcome you back in to Sharp Gym on the campus of HBU here at halftime of our game today. 20 minutes through this one. And this season, the Huskies have averaged just under 77 points per ball game. We're midway through this one, and they have 66 here today so far. So no shortage of offense today. I'm sure the coaches in the locker room right now, though, Neil, are talking with the team about perimeter defense as Dallas Christian, although down by 17, has managed to hang around by shooting 12 of 17 from the three-point line today.
I don't know that I've ever seen that in a half of basketball on any level.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, imagine if they were cold. I mean, it'd be a 30, 40-point game here.
Right.
So, and 42 of those 66 points have come from in the paint.
Yep.
Where HB has been very effective.
Yeah, it's been the component that has kept Dallas Christian even within range of the Huskies this afternoon, because the Huskies have fairly well dominated every other aspect of this game. You talked about turnovers in the first half. They forced 11 turnovers and then turned that into 14 points off those 11 turnovers. Have got a real advantage of points in the paint, and a lot of that is due to second chance looks based on their rebounding. They've got a 24-8 edge on the boards here in the first half.
Yeah, they've done an exceptional job on the boards. Really haven't had to work as hard as normal in that area with the height advantage. And one thing for Dallas Christian, they're going to have to be very careful. They have 2, maybe 3 players in with 3 fouls.
Yeah, they've got
the second half.
They've actually, on the score sheet here, they show 4 guys with 3 fouls. Houston, Fuller, Escamilla, and McGuire Bailey. So they've got 4 guys with 3, a couple of guys with 1, and Devin Cubitt may be the designated fouler here in the second half. He doesn't have a foul yet. They did commit a lot of fouls in the first half. Sometimes you'll see the officials at halftime maybe modify a little bit the way they call the game in the second half. We'll see if that impacts whether or not they let some plays go here in the second half or not. But
a lot of it may have to do with the score of the game, as you know.
Right.
So we'll see.
Huskies up by 17. Individually speaking, the Huskies have 3 players in double figures. so far this afternoon. Ian DeBose, the leading scorer for the season, just under 18 points a game for Ian. He's got 19 through the first half here, so we'll look for that scoring average to go up here this afternoon. He's joined by Philip McKenzie, who's had a real nice first half. 5 of 8 shooting from the floor, 5 rebounds, all on the offensive end, and he's got 12 points through the first 20 minutes. And then Oliver Lynch-Daniels, 3 of 4 from the arc, 4 of 7 overall. Ollie's got 11. So some nice balance on the score sheet. There are 6 other guys who got minutes in the first half and got score on the board.
Yeah, McKenzie with 12 points, more than doubled his average on the season, 6 points and some change. So great first half.
So the Huskies in control of this one. The largest lead has been 17, and that's where it is right now. They took a 66-49 lead with 56 seconds to go, and they hold that here at the half. They've been on an 11-0 scoring run early in this game, and the best scoring run for Dallas Christian has been 6. But the Huskies at the moment in control, and we will take another timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at what some of the other conference teams are doing and look ahead to the conference opener on Wednesday night against Lamar when the Huskies halftime report continues after this.
4 Points by Sheraton. Always a great stay. Everything you need. Plus extras you love. All for a great rate. Over 150 hotels around the world. Travel the way you like. Check us out at 4points.com.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love, quality chicken finger meals. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins, guaranteeing a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Coming to you in Living Cola.
The joy of cola.
Refreshing Pepsi Cola from the wonderful folks who put the R in cola.
I didn't believe I could do it. The weight seemed too heavy. My competitors were too fast. I lacked motivation, and then I found the Hulk t-shirt. I transformed myself and believed that I could conquer the competition. Now everybody takes me serious because I demand them to. If I can do it, you can do it. Under Armour Alter Ego. Transform yourself.
Firehouse Subs was founded by 2 firefighters over 20 years ago. And once a firefighter, always a firefighter. So they've seen to it that a portion of your purchase at all U.S. Firehouse Subs locations now goes toward providing life-saving equipment for first responders. And one more thing, they make awesome subs.
Now get any of our 10 specialty subs in a new small size, each under 500 calories. Big flavor, small subs, starting at $3.99. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Back at Sharp Gym, Lonnie King and Neil Raphael along with you this afternoon. The Huskies up by 17 at the half. This is one of 7 games featuring Southland Conference teams this afternoon. There will be 3 more tomorrow. Central Arkansas, Northwestern State, and SFA will have non-conference matchups Sunday afternoon. And Sam Houston State will play Monday. And then we will be into the conference schedule starting Wednesday, January the 2nd. But this afternoon, Nichols is at home. They're at halftime against Campbellsville University, and they've got a 43-26 lead there. Abilene Christian also at home in Moody Coliseum this afternoon, hosting the McMurray Warhawks, crosstown rival there, 38-20 at the half of that game. The Wildcats of ACU in control there. Oklahoma State is hosting Texas A&M Corpus Christi right now, just about to go to halftime there. And Oklahoma State with a 7-point lead, 35-28, as they get ready for the half there. Lamar Cardinals, the Huskies' first conference opponent next Wednesday night, will take on Champion Baptist. That one gets underway just within minutes from now. UL Lafayette is at Southeastern Louisiana later on, and then Baylor is hosting the New Orleans Privateers tonight to round out the schedule featuring conference teams. But Lamar will be 6-6 going into their game against Champion Baptist this afternoon. And the Huskies hope to be 4-7 by the time this afternoon is done here, and we're ready to go with second half action. It'll be Dallas Christian basketball, and they'll bring it up the floor. And it's DeAndre Fuller who's back out there, and he runs it up and lays it off the glass for two. Fuller's got 4, 66-51. So we start the second half. DeBose to Lynch Daniels, down in the paint to McKenzie, and he's got an easy layup for two.
We'll see if the Huskies can limit some of the makes from beyond the arc here in the second half. Be really interested to see.
68-51. There's a kick ball by Ed Hart. Bennett trying to go into the corner. I think the pass was intended for Devin Cubitt. Knocked out instead. So Bennett throw it into the backcourt, get it in to Chance Houston. He'll bring it back across the stripe. Braxton Bonds picks him up. Takes it to the middle of the floor, has it stolen away. Lynch Daniels up ahead to Bonds on the run, off the glass for two.
I wonder what a factor these afternoon games are. They're not used to playing a lot of afternoon games, so you kind of get out of your routine and things. And
yeah, I've got mixed emotions about it. I kind of like the afternoon games. We'll see how they fare here in the second half. But you're right, it does change your game prep and your the things that you have to do to tune yourself up. There's as much mental as physical that goes into getting ready for a game. Here's Cubitt. He's going to fire it up just in front of the buzzer and gets it to go inside the arc, so it's a 2, but Cubitt now has 5. Ollie's going to try to answer with a 3. Won't go, but the rebound tipped by Hart out to Bonds. He'll drive in, leave it down low for DuBose, off the glass for 2.
Second chance opportunities were huge for the Huskies in the first half.
Yeah, and Dallas Christian is starting to look like a team that knows they're in some foul trouble here. Need to keep those bodies out on the floor. Here's Bennett. He's going to fire up a 3, count it, and the Ollie's going to pick up the foul, and this is going to be a possible 4-point play for Bennett.
That's a tough shot. That step back out from left or right. My goodness.
So Bennett will get the free throw, and it's off the back iron. Won't go. Baseline screen team might have distracted him there. Here's a lob inside for DuBose. He had to kind of reach back to bring it down, but he lays it up and in anyway. It's back up to 18 for the Huskies. Bennett with a quick trigger 3. Won't go. Hart underneath for the board. Outlet off to Bonds. Lob it underneath to DuBose, and another easy layup. Ian with 25 now. We may be on the way to some personal records here this afternoon. DuBose got his career high of 31 at Texas State. There's a ball hustled by McKenzie, but he's out of bounds. Escamilla is going to put up a jumper from the corner, won't go. And the rebound pulled down by Bonds. Up ahead and underneath it's McKenzie, and Phil's got the bucket. He's got 16 now. The Huskies increase the lead to 22. And that is a career high now for Philip McKenzie. His previous high was at Miami the other day, 15 points. Now he's bested that. Here's an interception by Houston underneath to Fuller. Count the bucket, and he's fouled.
Well, HBU definitely take advantage of the pace of this one, forcing turnovers here on Dallas Christian, paying big dividends early here in the second half.
Fuller with his third bucket of the game. Gets the free throw to go. He's got 7 now. 78-59 as the Huskies come back up. There's a long pass. Stolen away by Houston, and then...
Well, if you have to foul, it's not a bad foul, Lonnie, in the open court there. That he would have had an easy 2.
That'll be the third on the Huskies here in the second half. Yet to see a foul since halftime on Dallas Christian. Crusader basketball across the way. Joe Wilbert waiting for his guys to get set, and now we're ready to go. And Bennett again gets it into Houston, and they bring it up. Houston stops at the arc, picked up by Lynch Daniels, going to drive through traffic, trying to split the double team there. And I think they're going to get Ed for stepping across.
Yeah, Houston is just so quick. He's really hard to contain. He can move side to side. He can take it to the rim and really forces you to reach. If you're not moving your feet, you can get in a lot of early trouble with Houston.
Ed Hart picking up his first personal foul. It's the 4th on the Huskies, though. Bennett to the baseline, and that ball, thought it was kicked, but it saved in the corner by Cubit, and no good. The rebound controlled by Hart. He gets it off to DeBose. Ian up the floor, going to leave it underneath for Lynch Daniels. Nowhere to go, so he'll dribble back into the paint. Looks for help, finds Bonds, floats it up, and it goes.
Nice connection between Lynch Daniels and Bonds that time.
80-59. 21-point lead for the Huskies. Just under 16 minutes to go in the ball game. Here's a tip and a steal by DeBose. And he'll ram it down with the right hand. Finished it off with authority, and it's a 23-point lead.
Yeah, I think Dallas Christian getting a little winded here as well. Just not taking care of the basketball.
Here's a runner in the paint, put up by Bennett. No good. Rebound, Hart, off to Bonds. Runner the other way, won't go, but Lynch Daniels there to clean it up. 84-59. Ollie with 13 now.
Becoming a track meet here in the second half.
Escamilla tries to go up and under Hart. Won't go. Long outlet up ahead to Bonds, and he'll get the easy run out. Braxton's got 14, and now everybody's getting in the act.
I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas Christian just calls a timeout here just to catch their breath.
We got a media timeout coming up at the next stoppage, but problem is there's no stoppages in play.
No, there haven't been one.
Out top, Houston's going to fire away at a 3. That was about 28 feet out. Maybe further.
Harlem Globetrotter shot.
Yeah. They give him 4 for that. 86-62. Huskies by 24. Bonds thought about a 3. Behind the back pass on the baseline to Lynch Daniels, and he floats up a little face-up jumper.
Yeah, can't even get the subs in here. There's really been...
We're going to be to the second media timeout slot before we get the first one here. Fuller's going to fire a 3, and he got it. 88-65, 14 minutes to go. Back and forth now. They go in a hurry. Hart double team, now triple teamed, and he's going to be hammered. That's going to be Fuller with his fourth. No, they're going to get Cubitt for the personal. His first personal foul. We'll take that if you're Dallas Christian, and it does stop the clock with 13:52 to go. Well, Huskies off on the run here to start the second half, have the lead out to 23 points. We've got a timeout on the floor on the Husky Sports Network.
At Memorial Hermann, we're many parts working in harmony, performing more brain and spinal surgeries than anyone in Houston, conducting groundbreaking research at our Misher Neuroscience Institute, establishing the region's largest network of certified stroke centers. Some might say this makes for an accomplished performance, but to us, it's all in a day's work. Memorial Hermann. Breakthroughs every day.
Going to school at Houston Baptist University was an excellent choice. As the official credit union of HBU, Houston Federal Credit Union is focused on helping you to continue to make great choices. HFCU will meet all your financial needs by providing the personal attention and variety of services you deserve. Stop by any of our convenient locations or visit our website, www.houstonfcu.org, and experience the credit union difference today. Dogs up.
Hi, this is Ron Cottrell, head coach of the HBU Huskies. Thanks for listening to Huskies basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
Ed Hart at the free throw line as we come back to the Sharp Tank here this afternoon. How's this for a number? 37 of 51 from the floor for HBU today, 72.5% shooting. Coach Cottrell's going to be happy with that.
You think he would take that next Wednesday?
Yeah, I definitely do. Ed Hart at the free throw line gets them both to go. It's a 25-point lead, 90-65, just under 14 minutes left. Out top, Houston. Started right. Now he's trying to direct traffic. Looking for help. He's going to dribble in, kick it out, baseline to Walter. One dribble, and he floats up an air ball, pulled down by Ed Hart, and he gets it off to Bonds. Braxton going to lob it inside McKenzie. He floats it off the glass for two.
Wow, kids play here for the Huskies the last 5 minutes. It's coming really easy.
That's 7 assists now for Braxton Bonds this afternoon. He's got 14 points, 7 assists. Nice afternoon for Braxton back in the starting lineup. Underneath, Hunter Bennett lays one up and in. Bennett's got 14 now for Dallas Christian. DuBose to Lynch Daniel, open for a three. Short this time. McKenzie with the rebound. Feeds it off to Ollie, and he'll finish it off. 94-67, 27-point lead, and there's a whistle.
I don't know that. Has Dallas Christian fouled? Maybe one here in the second half.
Yeah, just one charge to
7.5 minutes.
Vastly different than that first half. And here's an inbounds pass stolen by McKenzie. He'll get the run out and jam it down through. And now,
well,
starting to get a little bit out of hand. We may see the bench empty out here fairly soon.
All those guys are going to get a lot of play here this afternoon. Let's keep heading this direction.
Of course, they do want these guys in the rotation to get in a rhythm here. So there may be very little mercy on Dallas Christian today. Miss by and a dunk with two hands by Ian DuBose.
They may be getting in double digits and dunks here this afternoon. 4 or 5.
11:50 to go. Bennett pulls up, free throw circle, jumper off the mark, and Ollie out of the gate with the board. Up ahead, McKenzie almost lost control, but saves it in the corner to Bonds. Out to Ian, he's got to look at a three, off the mark. Rebound comes long, out to Bennett, and he's off on the run. 3-on-1, and up ahead to Houston. He'll lay it in ahead of Ed Hart, and we've got a timeout on the floor.
Timeout
with 11:26 to go. This will be a media timeout, and we will take the break. 98-69, Huskies with the lead here on the Husky Sports Network.
4 Points by Sheraton. Always a great stay. Everything you need. Plus extras you love. All for a great rate. Over 150 hotels around the world. Travel the way you like. Check us out at 4points.com.
Every visit to Raising Cane's begins with a moment of truth. What to have? 6 delicious, fresh, never ever frozen premium chicken fingers? 4 chicken fingers? Or perhaps 3 delectable chicken fingers? It's a tough one. We haven't even gotten to the whole coleslaw crinkle fried conundrum of deliciousness. Yeah, take your time, sister. We understand. Raising Cane's, one love.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
$11:26 to go here at Sharp. In case you're interested, Jeff Sutton has just reminded us that most points the Huskies have ever scored was against Paul Quinn back in 2002, 148 points that game. They were 50 away from that right now. We'll see how close we get. Huskies with the basketball out at the timeout. Ty Dalton has checked in. He's got the ball, kicks it out to McKenzie on the right wing. Feed it in low to Hart. Back to the basket. He'll turn around, put it up with the left hand. Won't go. Rebound tipped. And McKenzie fights for it. Comes up with it. Gets fouled, and he'll go to the line. And that stops the clock again. So 10:59 to go. Now, we've eaten up a few more seconds from the last time. We'll take another break here on the Husky Sports Network.
What's on your mind, kid? Make it fast.
I'd like to work here at Jimmy John's, world's greatest gourmet sandwich shop, sir.
Why do you want to work at Jimmy John's, kid?
I'm perfect for Jimmy John's.
Doing what?
Delivery.
Delivery?
Delivery.
We deliver pretty fast here at Jim John's.
That's what I heard.
What'd you hear?
You deliver pretty fast here at Jimmy John's.
Then you heard right.
I'm a fast study, sir.
You know the Jim John's slogan?
The Jimmy John's slogan?
Jim John's slogan is sub so fast you'll freak.
Sub so fast you'll freak is a swell slogan, sir.
When people call for a Jimmy John's sandwich, they want it fast.
Then I'm your man, sir.
How so?
Because I'm fast.
Fast at what?
Fast at everything.
Can you deliver fast?
I can deliver fast.
How fast?
I can run a 4:40 in 2:20.
Minutes?
No seconds.
That's fast. You deliver before?
I delivered newspapers before.
Were you fast?
Very fast.
How fast?
People got tomorrow's paper today.
That's fast.
So do I have the job?
Not so fast. How do I know you're not just some fast talker?
I can get your references.
When?
Now.
These are good references.
Thank you.
But at Jimmy John's, you gotta be more than fast.
More than fast.
You gotta be polite.
Fast and polite.
Fast and polite.
I can do fast and polite.
Okay, give me some time to think it over.
Okay.
Okay, I've thought it over. When can you start?
Now.
Now it's good. What's your name, kid?
Stefan Avalopoulos.
Too long. How about Ed?
Ed's fine.
Welcome aboard, Ed.
Jimmy John's Subs, an official sponsor of HBU Athletics.
Hi, this is Ron Cottrell, head coach of the HBU Huskies. Thanks for listening to Huskies Basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
Just under 11 minutes to go. 98-69 is our score. Braxton Bonds, Oliver Lynch Daniels, Ty Dalton, Ed Hart, and Philip McKenzie at the free throw line. The 5 on the floor out there for Coach Cottrell right now. Mac gets the first free throw to go. It's 99-69, a 30-point advantage for the Huskies. 31's been the largest lead, and he can get them there and get them to the century mark as well with this free throw, and he does. Up the floor with the basketball, Houston. Jackson Stent heads to the scorer's table. He will check in for the Huskies on the next stoppage, and we've got a whistle, and it's going to be an offensive foul on Fuller. That'll be his 4th. No, that's his 5th. So Fuller, with 10:46 to go, is done. They'll be down to one body on the bench. Right now, that's Max Walter. as the Huskies bring it up the floor. 100-69. Here's a feed inside to Ed Hart, and Ed muscles his way up. Gets the bucket to go. Ed's got 11 now. 5 players in double figures for the Huskies. Jackson Stent used that last stoppage to check in for Ian DeBose. We may have seen the last of Ian today. Here's a floater in the paint, put up. Bennett trying to go to the rack. Now Ed Hart will check out, and Uloko will check in.
Maybe it for Ed. Big game for Ed today.
It was. He finished up in double-digit scoring. Huskies have plenty of wealth to distribute, and there's traveling called on Dallas Christian. The pass comes in bounds to McGuire Bailey, and he turns it over. Now the Huskies get it up the floor in a hurry. Dalton back cross court to Lynch Daniels. Floated up. High off the glass. Won't go. Escamilla with the board for Dallas Christian. Off to Cubitt. Cubitt to Houston. Into the corner. Left side to Bennett.
Well, the one thing that's kind of kept Dallas Christian in, they haven't really been able to do here in the second half is shoot the three. So it's the only thing that's going to get them back in it at this point.
Feed it down low. They get it inside to Bailey. He has it blocked by Dalton, and it's taken away by Lynch Daniels. Ollie up the floor in a hurry. Stop at the arc, down on the baseline, feeds it to Bonds. Tried to go to Uloko. I think a little indecisive there, and it gets away, and there's a three put up by Houston. And that is just their 4th three-pointer of the second half. And there's a runner on the baseline, and we're going to get a foul called on. McGuire Bailey picks up
foul.
The yep. Huh. He's got 4. Houston's out there with 3, and Escamilla has 3. Escamilla has 3 as well.
You have to start with 5. Didn't say you have to end with 5.
A little bit of Hoosiers here.
Yeah.
My team's out there on the floor. Ollie will check out. Jalen Gates into the ball game. The only starter on the floor right now for the Huskies is Braxton Bonds. We expect to see him retire for the afternoon here shortly. The lead is up to 32, 104-72 with 9 minutes and change to go. Houston in through traffic, floats it up with a runner, won't go in the rebound. White jerseys all around to grab it. Dalton up ahead to Bonds, in through the paint, floats it up short, gets his own rebound, missed, and his 3rd tip will go. Bonds has 16 now. On the way to the rack, it's Bennett. He'll be bumped by Dalton. Shot won't go, but he'll get a couple of free throws here on the exchange. Hunter Bennett back to the free throw line here. He's got 14 points this afternoon with 8:43 to go in this one. Too strong on the first free throw.
Bennett averaging 16 points and some change on the season.
Gets a second free throw to go. They have 4 guys averaging double digits in scoring, but 2 of those guys didn't make the trip for Dallas Christian today. Here's a miss from outside by Gates, and rebound pulled down by Bennett. 106-73 is the score. Huskies with a comfortable lead. DCC with the basketball. Houston kicks it out to Escamilla, and he's got it. His first 3 of the second half. Give him 6.
And if you can't shoot threes, you can't play for Dallas Christian. No question.
There's Dalton in the paint. Floats one up, and he gets it to go. Dalton with the bucket. Kai has 5 now. That'll raise his scoring average. Escamilla going to fire another three. A little too strong that time, and Dalton with the rebound. He and Stent were right there. Ty comes away with it. Outlet to Bonds, back to Dalton. Kick it out on the wing to Gates. Step inside the arc, float up a jumper off the mark. Stent with the rebound, and we're going to get an offensive foul.
I think that's the correct call.
Yeah, Jackson lowered the shoulder there to try and go up strong and draws the foul. Stops the clock with 7:25 to go. 108-76 is our score. Another timeout on the floor. We'll take the break on the Husky Sports Network.
It would be great if human beings were great at being human. And if all of mankind were made up of kind women and kind men. It would be wonderful if common knowledge was knowledge commonly known. And if the light from being enlightened into every heart was shown. It would be glorious if neighbors were neighborly, and indifference a forgotten word. It would be awesome if we shared everything, and being greedy was absurd. It would be spectacular if the golden rule was golden to every man. And the good things that we ever did was everything that we can.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
Marriott Houston West Chase, a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Huskies shot 68% from the floor in the first half. Here in the second half, they're almost as hot, 18 of 28 for 64%. Dallas Christian has the basketball out of the timeout, 7:25 to go. 32-point lead for the Huskies, 108-76. Devin Cubitt has the basketball. Left baseline, he goes to Bennett. Bennett over Dalton with a jumper, won't go, and the rebound pulled down by Yoloko. Ben gets it up ahead. Stent on the baseline, going to drive in off the window, and Jackson's on the board.
Nice move by Stent.
He's got 4 now. 2 from the free throw line and a bucket from the field. There's a runner. Houston trips, but he gets a pass off into the corner to Bennett, and Bennett gets the bucket to go. Bonds up ahead, leave it for Gates, and Gates finally finds the range. Jalen with his first field goal of the afternoon. And it's 113-79. Jumper put up by Bennett way out top. It's an air ball, and it'll go back over to the Huskies. Well, that'll allow Stephen Osuji to check in, and Bonds will head to the bench. So now all 5 starters, we believe at least, are done for the day as Dalton goes baseline and reverses it up and in for 2. 36 is the advantage now for the Huskies as they lengthen the rope.
Yeah, not a lot of defense on the Dallas Christian side, considering the fact that we've got one more player with 4 fouls. So,
Stent with the rebound up ahead to Gates, drives in, floated up, counted, and he's fouled.
Well, that was the young man that needed to foul, if anybody, for Dallas Christian. That'd be a second personal.
He had none at the half, so he's picked up 2 here in the second half. He's still got plenty of life left in those arms and hands to foul. Free throw is good for Jay Gates. He's got 6 now. And it's out to a 39-point advantage. There's a bank open this afternoon.
Did he call glass on that, Lonnie?
He must have. They counted it. 118-82. That was McGuire Bailey who hit that one. And we're going to see Quan Murphy for the first time this afternoon. Dalton will go to the bench. Quan checks in. Leaves Nick Jones and Andre Charles the only guys now in uniform who have not seen the floor yet this afternoon. There's a missed shot from the corner. Rebound Osuji off to Gates. Take it to the rack, off the glass, and count it. And Jay will go back to the line.
Third personal foul, team 6. Jalen Gates at the line.
Looking across the way, see Jay's parents here this afternoon, William Gates. If you're familiar with it's hard to believe it's now, 25, 30 years old, the Hoop Dreams documentary, William Gates.
Right.
Back then, Chicago high school star, and now proud dad of Will Jr., who played here for 4 years, and now Jalen in his third season on the roster. Houston in through traffic, throws it away. Stent with the steal, back up the floor, 4-on-2. Leave it, Osuji for Stent, and he lays it up and in. And it's a 41-point lead. 5 minutes to go. Huskies are going to cruise, it looks like, here over the last 5 minutes and get ready for Lamar. There's Osuji tipping it away. Lamar is 6-6 going into their game against Champion Baptist this afternoon. They've had a good schedule to start their season. They've played some close games.
They, along with HBU, always play a challenging schedule to get ready for conference play.
Here's a three put up by Houston. It won't go, and the rebound is controlled underneath by Bennett, and he is fouled, and the foul's going to be on Jalen Gates.
I know HBU's played quite a challenging schedule in the preseason, but did I see that Abilene Christian had played a more challenging schedule than HBU? Thought I read that in the game notes. I was like, how could that be?
Maybe. It would have to be a very good schedule.
Miami, I mean, Wisconsin.
There's a whistle and a lane violation on the free throw, so the miss by Bennett will be wiped out. He'll get to do it again. Lamar, by the way, 9 minutes into their game in Beaumont this afternoon, has a 20-12 lead over Champion Baptist. Another one of those NCCAA schools that Southland Conference team is using as a tune-up. Jalen Gates with the three here. Jay's up to 14 points now, and he can heat it up in a hurry. Now we've got a whistle and a foul going to be called, and that is going to be on Bailey, and he is done. That is his fifth offensive foul on Dallas Christian. And so now they're down to 5.
Then there were 5.
And they're out there on the floor. And Jalen Gates.
Oh, he is on fire.
Took him a little while to get heated up. He went 0 for 4 in the first half, but now he's starting to find it.
Dad's thinking, that's how I used to play the game.
Right. Runner put up by Cubitt. Short. Gets his own rebound, though, and reverses it up and in. Smallest guy on the floor gets the bucket to go. 129-86. Osuji back out to Gates. Too strong this time. Long rebound to Yoloko, and he'll jam it through. Ben decided he was going to take matters into his own hands that time.
Well, and Coach Cox was clearing the bench here.
That was the victory cigar right there by Yoloko. Timeout on the floor, 3:20 to go. A turnover by Dallas Christian. It'll be Huskies basketball with a huge lead here when we come back on the Husky Sports Network.
At Shipley Donuts, we make our donuts from scratch every single day. Nothing trucked in, frozen. And we are Texas born and raised since 1936. Not like those other guys. Shipley Donuts.
Rolling up on a cheap price feels good, but cheap comes with risk. Heart surgeons, pilots, no one hires a cheap one of them. Fact is, certain things must be done right. Installing electricity in Houston schools and hospitals needs to be built with manpower that spent 10,000 hours training to do their job. So for heart surgeons to do their job, we must do ours. Skilled labor isn't cheap, and cheap labor isn't all that skilled.
The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
At Holiday Inn Express, we can't guarantee that you'll be able to contain yourself at our breakfast bar.
Morning, egg white omelet. Sup, Lady Bacon.
Fruit.
There it is.
But we can guarantee that you'll get the best price when you book with us.
Holiday Inn Express. Be the readiest.
Hi, I'm Ron Cottrell. Thanks for listening to HBU Basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
Well, 148 points is the record. We're closer than I thought we might get here a few moments ago. Andre Charles has checked in, and he brings the ball up the floor. Nick Jones has as well.
Well, Gates keeps shooting the way he has been.
Osuji for a three.
Oh,
Got it.
nice.
Suge with the tray. So it's up to 134-86, a 48-point advantage for the Huskies.
I'll check. He may have said 140. We'll see. They're looking back at us here, so maybe getting close.
Here is Jones with the rebound. He's going to be fouled and will walk to the other end.
Foul on that young man.
Yep. Houston with his fourth, and Jones will go to the free throw line.
Take a look at.
So Nick playing in his fourth game of the season. And gets a free throw to go. He's done well when he's been out there.
2 of 2 on the year.
Yep.
Oh,
there's his first miss. Neil Raphael jinxed you, Nick.
Sure did. Third shot.
135-86. Huskies by 49 points here. And the only thing yet to determine is the final score. Here's a three put up by Bennett. Won't go. Quan Murphy with the board for the Huskies. Dribble it up himself. Lob it down low to Jones. Put it up, and he gets it to go. 137-86. Nick with three now off the bench. Gates tried to steal that one, and there's almost a walk. I think the officials are going to let some things go here. Bennett with the three, and he got it to go from the left angle. 137-89. Stick with us. We'll put a wrap on this one on the Huskies postgame report. Visit with head coach Ron Cottrell. There's a miss by Gates. Jones with the follow, and he shuffled the feet before he put it up. Got it to go, but wave it off on the travel and the turnover with 100 seconds left in this ball game. There's a steal by Jones. Off on the run, 2-on-1. Behind the back pass to Gates. Lay it up and in for two. 139-89. And a steal by Osuji. Well, you can see a little wear and tear on Dallas Christian now, but there's a nice steal of a long outlet intended for Charles and taken away by Bennett. He'll bring it back up the floor, into the paint, kick it out, and throws it away. Quan Murphy now on the run. And he will go, and he's fouled, and that'll be the fourth on Cubitt. And with 52.7 seconds to go, Quan Murphy will go to the free throw line. Quan gets on the scoreboard with his first point of the ball game. Makes the first free throw, and the second one is good as well. 141-89. The Huskies comfortably in control with a 52-point lead. Houston with the three, air ball. And Murphy with the rebound. On the run, going to go coast to coast. Won't go, but Jones with the putback jam. Here's a quick three put up by Bennett. And Bennett has not stopped firing this afternoon. He's got 26 points now. He and Houston have combined for 50 of their 92 points. And now the Huskies will just run out the clock. And they will finish up with a 143-92 victory as the final seconds tick away. Coach Cottrell and Coach Strom across the way shaking hands. And the Huskies now will get set for conference play. And they'll carry a win and a little momentum, we hope, with that into Wednesday's game against Lamar. Well, we've got a timeout on the floor. We will come back and put a wrap on this one on the Huskies postgame report after this on the Husky Sports Network.
Are you a graduate of Houston Baptist University? Did you know the value of your degree increases when you actively participate in the HBU Alumni Association? Your Alumni Association actively supports the growth, retention, and ranking of our school by our scholarship efforts. Husky Alumni Network volunteers actively work to recruit the best and brightest to HBU, and we promote and support programs intended to build a growing network of people committed to quality, higher Christian education through our alumni scholarship efforts. We also work to strengthen the bond between our university and the community, and we're your connection to over 18,000 fellow alumni, mostly in and around the Houston metro area. Log on to learn more about our mission and your privileges and benefits at hbu.edu/alumni. And find us via social media on Facebook at the Houston Baptist University Alumni Association page and on Twitter and Instagram at HBU_alumni. But no matter how you do it, connect with the HBU Alumni Association because a strong alumni base equals a strong HBU.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group. So.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here, and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
Tammy and I have been going steady since high school.
Tammy and Tommy, 2 peas in a pod, as they say.
We have all the same friends. We like all the same things. I mean, we practically even have the same name.
But there's one thing we could just never agree on.
Soda.
I have been begging him all these years to just try Pepsi, and I knew he would change his tune.
Yeah.
So, finally, I had him take the Pepsi Taste Challenge. And go on, tell him what you told me, Tommy.
I'm a Pepsi man.
Right? Gosh, isn't Pepsi so good?
I tell you what, I don't know why I didn't try it sooner.
Me neither.
It's so crisp and refreshing and bubbly.
Like me.
Like you.
I'm always right.
She's always right.
All across the South, people are choosing the great taste of Pepsi. Take the Pepsi Taste Challenge and let your taste decide.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
This is a world of possibilities. A world in which people who put their minds to something can really make a difference.
My goal is to help the environment.
Someday I'll find a cure for cancer.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we believe that aspiring minds can achieve anything. So we dedicate ourselves to making sure everyone has an opportunity to go to college. Each year, we provide more than $150 billion in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference.
Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
Run with UA Map My Run. With your UA connected footwear, you can leave your phone behind.
However, if you choose to run with it, the UA Map My Run app will give map views of your route and a deeper look at your workout with additional stats.
We are Under Armour. The future is ours!
Under Armour. We're passionate, delivering expert neurological care for adults and children. We're dedicated, responding to neurotrauma and stroke with LifeFlight in our Level 1 Trauma Center. We're persistent, restoring lives at our Tier Rehabilitation and Research Hospital. We are Memorial Hermann. And we're making neuroscience breakthroughs every day.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
And we're back here at Sharp Gym on the campus of Houston Baptist University. A happy conclusion to this one today for the Huskies, 143-92. And unofficially, Neil, we think this is the second highest point total by a Huskies basketball team in their history. We told the fans about the 148 they put up against Paul Quinn. We'll have to confirm that number, and I don't have a media guide in front of me, and Jeff Sutton has walked away, our walking statistical machine. So we'll find out. But a good offensive day for the Huskies all around.
Yeah, it was a great day offensively. 94-16 was the differential in the paint for the Huskies.
Yeah.
So the size advantage was a big factor. You know, Dallas Christian kept it close in the first half by shooting threes. Ended up 21 of 36 for 58% from beyond the arc. And, you know, they don't shoot that, it's much worse. So that's kind of their mantra. They shoot the three, and that's what they do, and they do it well. And
yeah, if you look at things from their perspective, if you're their coach, Coach Jordan Strom, you think, I came in here with just 7 healthy guys. We were outsized and obviously stepping up a few levels in quality of competition, and he still managed to put up 92 points. I would think he's got to be encouraged as they get ready for their conference at their level.
Yeah, no question that things looked good for them the entire game other than the final outcome.
Yeah.
They were just outmanned.
They put up 92 points today. But as far as the statistics go in this one, the Huskies finish up 69.5% from the floor. The Huskies took 82 shots today. They made 57 of 82 shots. And they wind up, they got off to a little bit of a sluggish start from the three-point line, but they wind up 8 of 17, just shy of 50% from the arc today. And they got to the free throw line 31 times and made 21 of those. Still, you're going to want to see that free throw percentage go up in conference season a little bit, and hopefully they'll start finding the range a little more frequently there.
Yeah, no question. Going to have to shoot it from the line a lot better as well, especially during conference and right around the corner.
Yeah, and you got to figure, too, that the points in the paint, you're not going to see another number like that. The shooting percentages without that many points in the paint are probably going to drop down, too. So you kind of balance out the excitement over the numbers, the gaudy numbers you put up today, knowing that there's going to be tougher and bigger opponents coming up down the road.
I like the fact that they've kept the turnovers at 12. They've done a pretty good job. They've taken care of the ball better than their opponents on the season. I think it's like a 1.2, 1.3 differential, so that's good to see. And the rebounding stepped up today as well.
Individually speaking, the Huskies wind up with 6 guys in double digits on the score sheet today. 29 from Ian DeBose, just shy of a career high. For Ian, he finishes with 29 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds this afternoon. Followed on the scoring sheet by Philip McKenzie. Phil with a nice day, 22 points and 8 boards. And then 19 off the bench from Jalen Gates. And let me just double check, but I think every one of those points for Gates came in the second half. Nope, 17 of the 19 came after halftime, but still a very good second half for Jay Gates this afternoon. 16 from Braxton Bonds. He had a great day back in the starting lineup today. Also had 8 rebounds and 9 assists. Braxton came very close to a triple-double today.
Yeah, he came ready to play today. You could see he was energized by the fact he was in that starting lineup.
17 for Oliver Lynch-Daniels and 11 for Ed Hart. So all 5 of the starters wind up in double digits this afternoon. Ed also, by the way, does finish with a double-double. He had 12 rebounds to go with his 11 points. So I'm sure for Coach Cottrell, a lot to like and a nice way to give you a little momentum to go into the conference opener next Wednesday night against Lamar.
Yeah, definitely. They played really well at times, but you have to understand the level of competition on Wednesday night is going to step up exponentially. So, that's a tough one. Yeah. At least you have a really good Lamar team at home. I think Coach is going to feel pretty good about starting off the conference schedule with a good opponent, but you have to play them at home. They play real well here.
That's a good point. The Huskies have started, I think, the last couple of seasons on the road in conference, and so it is nice to get that first one under your belt with the home fans behind you. Lamar, by the way, is up with 3 minutes to go in the first half of their game against Champion Baptist. 50-21 is the score there, so that should wind up as their 7th win on the season. We talked a little bit about that. They've played a couple of more games than the Huskies this year, and some tough opponents as well as the Huskies have. So, as you said, Neil, that's going to be a tough test right out of the gate for the Huskies. It's not going to be a little smooth and easy start into the conference season.
No, it's going to be a barometer on Wednesday night here. Hopefully we can fill the Shark Tank here for that first conference game. Students should know they will not be back in school. Is that correct?
They will not be
for that
back
first game.
For that first game, but hopefully the community and friends and family will still be in town, and we'll get a bunch of you who are listening this afternoon to come out on Wednesday night for the 7 p.m. start. And this team will entertain you if you get out here. It's a fun team to watch, and it should be a very good game against Lamar. We're going to take a timeout, hopefully have Coach Cottrell come and join us when we return on the Huskies postgame report after this.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Four Points by Sheraton. Always a great stay. Everything you need. Plus extras you love. All for a great rate. Over 150 hotels around the world. Travel the way you like. Check us out at 4points.com.
Houston Federal Credit Union and Houston Baptist University have joined forces to put the howl back in your finances. HFCU offers several products and services such as auto loans, mortgages, and credit cards. And HFCU has a financial education program, Elevate, which is tailored to helping you increase your financial knowledge. Stop by any of our convenient locations or visit our website, www.houstonfcu.org, and experience the credit union difference today. Dogs up.
I'm Robin. And I'm Chris. We're the brothers behind Firehouse Subs. Back when we were firemen, when it came to food, we said it better be something good and a lot of it. That's what you get at Firehouse Subs. Take our hook and ladder sub. Smoked turkey breasts, Virginia honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese, all steam heated and piled high on a toasted sub roll.
Our way beats their way. If you don't agree, it's free.
You're going to cover that, right?
My money's on the sub.
Love the confidence.
Firehouse Sub, founded by firemen.
International Brotherhood of Electric Workers, Local 716 in Houston, get up for work each day because we believe building schools to code matters. Because building Houston's hospitals correctly saves lives. Because training for 10,000 hours makes a difference. That's why we get up, because we want to make a difference. To be the best, hire the best.
IBEW, where skill and value lock arms. The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
you know how fast you were going, son?
Call me Ed.
Do you know how fast you were going, Ed?
You mean exactly?
Yes, exactly.
No, not exactly. How fast?
Fast.
Fast, sir?
You were going very fast.
Fast is my job, officer.
Fast is your job?
Yes, sir.
What kind of job?
I deliver, sir.
What do you deliver?
The world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
I thought Jimmy John's had the world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
Jimmy John's does have the world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
So you deliver for Jimmy John's?
I deliver for Jimmy John's.
So do you always deliver fast?
I always deliver fast.
How fast?
I deliver subs so fast you freak.
It's not smart to freak a cop, son.
You didn't order Jimmy John's sub, sir.
So if I did order a Jimmy John's sub, when would I get it?
Now.
What if I don't want it now?
Then call later.
Or I could pick it up myself.
Or you can pick it up yourself.
Because I'm pretty fast, too.
I'm sure you are, sir.
Very fast.
I believe you, sir.
Faster than you.
No way, sir.
Way faster.
In your dreams.
You dissing me, son?
No, sir, I'm polite.
Fast and polite?
Very polite and very, very fast.
Is that a challenge, son?
No, sir, it's a fact.
Let's burn rubber, kid.
It wouldn't be fair.
Why not?
You've got a fully blown V8 Camaro with slicks and headers.
So?
I've got a 10-speed bike.
I'll let you off with a warning.
Jimmy John's Subs, an official sponsor of HBU Athletics.
Recording artist Kevin Fowler.
Well, I love the sound of fast boats racing, rooster tails are flying high. Love to hear all my rowdy friends rocking, howling at the full moonlight. Love to see those fireflies buzzing, lighting up the southern sky. Yeah, I'm a hell-bent 100% Texan till I die. Like lots of 100% Texans, I love having a good time on the water. But remember, nobody's waterproof. Play it safe. Wear a life jacket and designate a driver for the boat and for a safe ride home. Follow these tips and there'll be a lot more days for you to play in this great state of Texas. Nobody's waterproof, yeah, that's a hell-bent truth, and you know it ain't no lie.
Sponsored by Texas Parks and Wildlife.
If human beings were great at being human, and if all of mankind were made up of kind women and kind men, it would be wonderful if common knowledge was knowledge commonly known, and if the light from being enlightened into every heart was shown. It would be glorious if neighbors were neighborly, and indifference a forgotten word. It would be awesome if we shared everything, and being greedy was absurd. It would be spectacular if the golden rule was golden to every man. And the good things that we ever did was everything that we can.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
Marriott Houston West Chase, a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
This is Ron Cottrell. You're listening to Huskies basketball on the DNA Huskies Sports Network.
And welcome back into Sharp Gym on the campus of HBU. The Huskies winners today, 143-92, 51-point win for Coach Ron Cottrell's team. And Coach is joining us now here on the postgame show. And Coach, well, what's not to love about today?
Oh, there was a lot not to love from a coach's point of view.
Yeah.
When your opponent makes 21 three-pointers, that was one that we were really fighting with and struggling with on the bench to try to do everything we could to get them under control, and we didn't do a very good job of that.
Well, I mean, they were, 12 of 17 in the first half. There was no possible way, though, they could keep up that pace, could they?
Well, and they did.
Yeah. And then they did, yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, they were just feeling it. And there were several times where I thought we did a pretty good job defensively. Yeah. I thought we were doing everything we were supposed to be doing. We were closing out high hands. We were kind of getting up in them a little bit. And they were still – at that point, they had gotten in a rhythm and feeling really confident about their shot. And, I mean, when you got a team that – I mean, two of those guys has barely played this year, and they came out and went – those two guys go 4 of 6 and 2 of 4 from the three.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so it was a bit of a game for us to get through. Obviously, offensively, we liked what we were doing offensively. We were able to push the ball. We were able to get the shots that we wanted to get. But and we rebounded the ball well. But it was hard for us as coaches to watch on the sideline for sure.
You kind of counteracted their 3-point shooting though with points in the paint. 94 points in the paint. You outscored them in the paint. Today.
Yeah, and that's what we really harped with the guys on, making sure we took everything to the hole, make sure we didn't settle for perimeter shots. The only kind of shots we wanted to shoot from the perimeter were things that were kicks after the ball had been entered into the post or drove into the lane. So guys did a good job of that. Guys did a great job on the glass. I thought Phil McKenzie had a terrific game. Ian did a great job of managing his shots. I mean, he scores 29 points on 16 shots. I mean, that's as efficient as you can get. And I was very pleased with a lot of our different guys and what they did offensively. The way we shared the ball was really, really good.
Yeah, Braxton back in the starting lineup today. He responded, I thought, with a real nice game.
Yeah, he did a great job of getting everybody involved and understanding, controlling tempo, getting out and pushing, making them have to get back and guard us in transition. And he's a difference maker for us when he's on the court and clicking.
Not necessarily in scoring, although he had a good scoring game, 16 points today, but 8 rebounds and 9 assists as well. He almost had a triple-double this afternoon.
Yeah, and we were contemplating that late in the game, how much we wanted to kind of push that a little bit. But yeah, Braxton, when Braxton's at his best, scoring is the afterthought.
Right.
It's not the first thing that comes to mind. It's not what he's looking to do. It's he gets points off of other things that just kind of happen. A ball falls in his lap on a rebound. He gets out and gets a steal and gets an easy layup or whatever. It's really about his defense. It's about his distributing of the ball. It's about his rebounding. It's about other things that he does to affect the game.
Well, now you get to focus all your attention on Lamar, first of all, in the conference season ahead. It gets down to cases here.
Yeah, I mean, we just got through talking to the guys about that. You know, our record's 0-0, and as is everybody else's in the league. We got 13 teams all fighting and clawing for the same thing, and what you did in non-conference, who you beat, who you didn't beat, whatever, all washes away. It doesn't matter. It's about what we do starting on Wednesday night, and certainly our preparation for that starting now is very, very important. We got a really, really good Lamar team coming in here with some really good experienced players and a team that's offensively very, very potent.
Yeah, and we were talking a little bit about Lamar just a few moments ago, but it seems like you guys never get to ease into the conference. You've always got one of the better teams in the conference right at the front end of the schedule.
Yeah, and it's a home game, so it's on us to make sure we protect home court. And you've got one of the better teams coming to your home court. You better come ready to play because you know they're going to be excited about coming out and trying to see if they can get one on the road to start out conference play. And it's going to gear up real quick for us. There's no doubt.
Well, we want to see as many folks out here as possible on Wednesday night as well. No, school won't be back in session yet, but hopefully we'll get a lot of folks from the area be able to come out and cheer the Huskies on.
We need a lot of people in orange and blue here, not a lot of people in red. That's for sure.
That's right. All right, well, we'll see you then.
All right, sounds great.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody out there.
Thanks. Coach Ron Cottrell and the Huskies again winners today, 143-92. We'll take one final break and come back. Neil and I will put a wrap on this one on the Huskies postgame report after this.
If Raising Cane's one love was rock music, they would rock harder than any rock band ever. Their tours would sell out before they were announced. Their backstage parties would be the stuff of legend, attended by unicorns and the head of Louis XIV. Hotel rooms would trash themselves out of respect. But Raising Cane's one love isn't rock music. It's making the perfect chicken finger meal every single time. Raising Cane's one love.
Astronauts, August 14th will be a day to remember. 10, 9.
August 14th?
8,
That's my
7,
anniversary.
6,
I gotta go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Houston? Did anyone stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night?
Stay smart. Stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So, yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group. So.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here, and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
We
you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
At Shipley Donuts, we make our donuts from scratch every single day. Nothing trucked in, frozen. And we are Texas born and raised since 1936. Not like those other guys. Shipley Donuts.
143-92 Huskies win today. That's going to wrap it up from here. Neil, your final thoughts about this one?
I'm with Coach Cottrell. I think they played really, really good defense today. Dallas Christian made some unbelievable shots that I've never seen a team shoot that well from beyond the arc. And I think they have it's nice to get back on the floor and get ready for that conference starter on Wednesday. They did some really good things, so Coach has to feel good about that.
And it'll start Wednesday night against Lamar, and we'll see you then, 7 o'clock, 6:40 with the pregame show. So long, everybody.
You've been listening to HBU Husky Sports on the DNA Husky Sports Network. These broadcasts are brought to you by the corporate partners of HBU Athletics, Houston Federal Credit Union, Memorial Hermann Healthcare System, Marriott Houston West Chase, Raising Cane's, Under Armour, Firehouse Subs, Pepsi, Shipley Donuts, 4 Points by Sheraton, IBEW Local 716, Jimmy John Subs, Kolache Factory, and Holiday Inn Express. That's going to do it for now, but we thank you for being a part of this broadcast, and until we see you again down the road, so long, and dogs up.